at our next little project. Tight little area here. But we have this property, the owner demoed the building on the other side of this deck, and they're doing some remodel work, and the county here has required that they upgrade their septic system a little bit. There's an old tank under the deck we're going to abandon up over there just by filling with some material. And there's an existing leach pit somewhere right in here in this parking area that we're going to dig up and dig out and rebuild in the same location. And we're going to add a 50% expansion area, kind of where this bush is leaned over here. So that's the scope for me. For this video, we're just going to be putting in these couple leach pits, and we're going to come back in about maybe a month or so and put the new septic tank in on the other side of these redwood trees. That scope of work has to wait until they do some more foundation work on the building. But let's get started digging and trying to expose this existing leach pit down here. First swipe, found at ABS 90, and I can see their building drain line right here coming down, and looks like they have a vertical pipe section going straight down into this old septic tank, which I'm standing on top of, which could be rotten and could collapse at any moment. So I'm gonna step off to the side. Anyhow, I'm gonna keep digging right here. We're not worried about destroying it because that's what we're gonna do anyways. We're gonna dig it all the way out of here, and we're gonna rebuild this thing with new gravel, new perf pipe. So let's keep digging. this is leach pit number 1. All dug out, down to depth. 5 feet wide this way. 7 feet long that way. And had a little rock over here on that end. Bump out. You can see that's where the existing pipe came down into this leach pit that was here. You can see just a portion of the side of it over there, the roots, and that gray coloration is what you'll find in soil that has been saturated by effluent for a long time. You'll get a gray to dark gray, greenish gray coloration. But there's our pit. It's ready for drain rock, but we have to dig pit number 2 next. And pit number 2 is just going to go right over here. So let me scrape some dirt, kind of smooth things out a little bit, and then get the paint out, mark that puppy. We have a 8-foot setback to this wall type structure down there. So we'll make sure we meet that setback, but let's get started with that layout. There it is. It's a small pit, 4 foot by 4 foot. So that's it. Let's start digging. So what's going to be happening is when the tank is installed up there on the other side of this deck in this cluster of redwood trees here, the pipeline's going to drain out of the tank and come down like this, and we're going to have a diversion valve set up right where that rear driver is on the excavator track. And one pipeline is going to drop into this leach pit into some perf pipes, and the other line is going to come over here and transition to perf pipes in this leach pit. Those solid pipes will be 3-inch ABS Schedule 40. So anyways, now I just have to finish digging out the rest of this dirt and we can start loading some drain rock and a tiny bit of shovel work down here. Not much left to come out of there. A little bit of rock down there. All right. Maybe one more scoop right there. All right, so what I was doing just then was I noticed a little bit of smearing in the soil where the back of my bucket was rubbing up against this far embankment. And if you notice that smearing, that's clay, and that clay will seal off the pores in the soil. So it's recommended to try to eliminate that smearing or get rid of it. And you can use a rake sometimes to try to roughen up that sidewall surface in your trench. Or I just chipped away at it here with the tip of this shovel, just popping off that smeared surface. And the idea is to re-expose the pores in the soil that may exist right there. So did that, got a little cleanup. Not much. But other than that, we're ready for rock. All right, we have the gravel in both pits right here, and I have some extra gravel left over which I can use to cover over the perf pipes as needed, and we do have a tank to abandon under the deck up there, so we'll be bucketing some of this material up there to put in the bottom of that old tank. But right now we are ready to start plumbing the perforated laterals in the gravel bed. And so yeah, got my supplies right there. Let's get started. Alright, got our last connection to make. It's pretty funny. This is a 20-foot stick of 3-inch ABS pipe I brought, and these are the two parts that are left, and that's what I needed. So right down to the line, guys. So we're gonna put some muscle into this last connection here, but not major, just like that. So if you saw, I cut this and I moved this valve assembly back so I could get better alignment here. And I just had to add this little piece right here. I suppose I could have planned it better, but had the fittings, worked out good. That looks really nice. So what we'll have is one leach pit will be open, like so. The other one will remain closed, and they'll switch them. They'll switch from one leach pit to the other, and we'll end up setting a box over this of some sort, maybe a Christie box, maybe an Orenco riser section. But that's it for today. I'm gonna head on out of here. We have an inspection next week, and we'll get this leach pit inspected and get it backfilled, leaving probably just this open right here until the property owner's ready for the tanks up above. All right, just had our inspection of just these leach pits here, and all went well. We'll get these pits covered in and get it raked out a little bit. Let's get after it.
Well, alrighty guys, that's it for this video, and keep an eye out for the part 2, where I will be back out here and installing that new Roth Fralo polyplastic septic tank. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Over and out.